Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another session here in Readers Magnet's featured author interview. My name is Leah, and I am your host for today. And with me is one of the Readers Magnet's featured author, and we are very honored and happy that we will be having this discussion with him to know him as an author, what this book is all about, and of course, what inspired him to write this book. So let's all welcome everyone, Mr. Basil Buzz Howell, author
Yes.
of the book 70 Years of God's Miracles. Yes, hi Buzz. How
Hi,
are you
how are
doing?
you? Hi,
Doing
everybody.
great. Oh, thank you so much for that, Buzz. So, you know what? This is the moment that we've been waiting for, and I'm very excited to have this discussion with you right now, Buzz, and I'm pretty sure that you're fans too. So, yes, let's get it on. Now, here, before we start, do you have your book with you right now? Will you show it to our viewers? Okay, there. Thank you so much, Buzz. There you have it, everyone. That's the book of Buzz Howell. Now, Buzz, I wanted to start with the title. Can you tell us what does the title mean? Can you tell us what your book is all about, and also the inspiration behind it?
Well, the inspiration started several years ago when God woke me up at 2 or 3 in the morning and told me to write a book. And I just wake up and I look around and I say, no, this isn't real. So at the same time, the next night, he wakes me up
Hmm.
and says, demanding you will write a book about your life story. And as a true soldier, I said, yes, sir. And it's
Wow,
70 years
that
of
is
God's
interesting.
miracles by Basil Buzz Howell.
Hmm. By your own experience, this is the reason that led you into writing. And you know what, Buzz? Because I'm also, checking your book online. And the good thing, what I like about the book, as well as hearing you right now, coming from you with all the inspiration, the stories behind your book, I know that those things you've shared earlier is what also really makes the book so captivating. This heartfelt story, I can tell the journey of your life, of the life we have here on earth, God's love. It is really such another helpful way for, let's say, awareness, knowing one's purpose here on earth, right? And
Thank you.
also, it is really such a powerful way on how you really impact readers on this book. And also, here, that being said earlier, Buzz, Jessa, your consultant, also shared to me the journey of having this book that you almost gave up. But God really works in mysterious way that he give you the signs to get back on track, that he talked to you. Can you tell us more about that, Buzz, on what happened?
It took a little time to put the book together. I think it was about 2 years almost. And I just didn't feel like I was worthy probably to write a book.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you think your life isn't really that interesting. And so once I made the total commitment, all I did was start writing and just tried to start at the very beginning, born, in 1942 and what have you, and just tried to go year by year and what all the different things that happened to me
Mm-hmm.
basically, and what it took to create everything was just God's work. It was amazing what I was able to come up with. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I think when I was just kind of reviewing the book a little bit and kind of getting goosebumps just thinking of, I just had so many people help me with sidebars. And I was just reading a few chapters and I said, man, that sidebar is good. And it's family members just, sharing their heart in
Mm-hmm.
different situations. And so I really felt good about the book once I finished it naturally.
Wow. That's wonderful, Buzz. And you know what? I must say that, see, people, God is really great. You just need to have that open heart to really, let's say, accept Him. Let Him in your life. Let
Exactly.
God talk to you. If you're facing, some struggles, problems, whatever hardships you're in
Right.
right now, there
Right.
is really a reason why it's happening. And it's for you to also figure out that there is really a purpose in every battle we have,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. No, exactly. And there's battles. Anyone that doesn't think
Mhm.
there's battles in life is, isn't in reality.
Right. And you know what about Buzz? I'm very curious. What was an early experience where you learned that, language had power by simply creating this book, this story?
Well, naturally, I became, as the book tells, a car salesman, and then went through management and went through two minor owner positions. And I learned an awful lot about business, tons of business. And then, what, 40 some years ago, I come to Jesus Christ and have a new complete mission now with Christianity. And God just led my wife many, many ventures in the Christian world too, where quite a few people came to know the Lord through our ministry and other ministries that we're involved in. So I feel very
Mhm.
grateful that even though it took a lot to get me to write the book, God, God has His ways to get things done, and I'm glad now that I really wrote the book. I really am truly that I could share it with as many people as possible.
Right.
And it's 70 years of history. I mean, when you
Mhm.
start, I'm in San Jose before it was nothing practically. All apricot fields, prunes. I picked fruit there back in the 50s as a kid. So, I mean, there's a lot of history in the book that, I didn't
Mhm.
know. Well, even the computers, I was one of the first three people in the Bay Area that was chosen to be on this thing to learn about leasing and computers and everything else. And so there's a list that is in the book too that I think a lot of people get a lot out of too. And I call it
Right.
right place, right time sometimes, but it's God. It's all God, right? He's put me in these places, and different things
Mhm.
happening with tremendous success. I mean,
Mhm.
at that time, that's going back a lot of years, but to be the first one to have an actual lease on a car, which
Mhm.
that was not heard of, and so we're a test site for a year before anyone even got it. So there's a lot of first things that happen in the book that is even good for business people to recognize that they can make it even if it takes a little time. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen all at once.
Exactly.
For instance,
Right. And you know what, Buzz? I will be honest because I think I badly need your book as well because I love it. I love the inspiration, the purpose, the story behind you writing this book. I think that this is also the kind of book that everybody should have, all
I
generation.
appreciate
From
that.
the
I really
guidance,
appreciate that.
the things that you can do to get closer to God, to, let's say, to
Amen.
make difference, not just for yourself, but in other people's lives too. Right. Now, Buzz, can you tell me what was the impact of writing this book to you and to your loved ones?
At the time, I don't think I was thinking about that. I was just thinking about trying to put this whole thing together. But the
Hmm.
feedback I'm getting, like I'm next to my oldest
Right.
daughter now, and she said she's already read the book twice. Well, what does that do to an author? Just that.
Hmm.
And so
Exactly.
I'm glad she's here with me to give me stability right now because I have a way to fall apart, so to speak. But I don't know who I really wrote the book for when I started. It's kind of unusual how that happens. But
Wow.
once you become, know a little bit,
Hmm.
it's amazing how many people have told me how much it's helped them. Like kind of what you were talking about. Some of the parts have really touched you too, I'm sure. But
Hmm.
a lot of people have told me that it really affected them. So that's
Right.
where my heart is. That it does affect people. And my
Hmm.
main desire, truly, since I became a Christian like 42 or 3 years ago now, that people come to know Christ. And I was
Hmm.
just reviewing a few of the chapters in the
Exactly.
scriptures. I was kind of blown away myself, rereading a little bit how much scripture is in there. But
Hmm.
I believe God wanted to get the point across that the Bible's important. And if you aren't in the Word and you get off track, you're in a lot of trouble, especially as a
Hmm.
Christian nowadays, the way things
Right.
are with what's going on with all the trouble we're having. So
Hmm.
I think the book is probably timely to come out at the time it did. I really do.
Hmm. You're right. And you know what? I must say that I believe that this book, in every pages, there's really a magic on it.
Oh, thank
Especially
you.
because, again, you're already getting a lot of positive feedback coming from the readers who had your book already. Now, that being said, Buzz, what would you like your readers to feel after reading your book?
That's a good question. I really never thought about that. But
Right.
one of the things that I really wanted, and it's always number of life since I became a Christian, is that the ones that don't know the Lord will come to know the Lord through the book, and the ones
Hmm.
that maybe are having problems here and there will get confidence that they can make it through some of the things I went through in life, and never give up. I think that's the biggest thing. I probably wrote the book, Don't Ever Give Up, no matter how old you are. Keep going, and don't stop. And if I got that across through the book and inspired people, that'd be a great blessing
Mhm.
for us.
Have faith, have courage. I like that. Let God hold your hand in every battle
Amen.
that you're facing.
Amen.
And
Amen.
also, don't just focus on the destination, but also focus on the journey. I like that, Buzz.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you
Exactly.
so much, Buzz.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing this wonderful story, Buzz. And now I wanted you to also, take this opportunity, invite our viewers for your upcoming book signing in Los Angeles Times Festival of Books. So, yes, everyone, that will be in Los Angeles, California, April 22nd to the 23rd. And that will be happening in University of Southern California. So, yes, Buzz, will you invite our viewers?
That's great. Absolutely. We want everyone there that would like to come and enjoy themselves. We've been to a
Yeah.
few book fairs here in Las Vegas, and they're
Mm-hmm.
great events. And Vegas does it right, and I'm sure Los Angeles is even better.
Yes, hoping for the best, Buzz. Thank you so much. And it was really an interesting discussion, Buzz. Thank you so much for gracing with us today. And of course, for also choosing Reader's Magnet to be part of this journey. So, yes, everyone, Basil Buzz Howell, author of the book 70 Years of God's Miracles. His book is available in Amazon.com, Barnes& and Noble, and also in Trilogy Christian Publishing. That's www.trilogy.tv. And yes, you may also follow him, and also all the social media platform he has. Again, thank you so much, Buzz. As we say it
Thank
here in
you.
Reader's Magnet, we share your story with the world. Thank you
Thank you
so
very much.
much.
God bless.